Greetings to you from my quiet space on another beautiful morning. At this time in my life, I relish waking up to the dawn chorus and the promise of a new day. I'm so grateful that I have ears that can hear such a wonderful sound. The early morning dawn chorus makes me very aware of my Heavenly Father and His care for all He has created. The house that backs onto our home has solar panels on its roof, and for the last couple of years I've noticed sparrows coming and going from under the panels. This year has not disappointed. Once again these little brown birds are bringing joy to our garden, along with the more colourful great and blue tits, and for the first time pied wagtails. I find myself smiling at the antics of the bad-tempered starlings as they squabble over mealworms, while the pigeons patiently wait for the leftovers to fall to the ground. Two magpies give much amusement as one flies against a sea container, causing it to disgorge its contents, which are then eaten by the other magpie. A pair of blackbirds come every morning, ignoring the hanging bird feeders, and peck at the grass. How I love the song of the blackbird. Our resident robin is quite tame and will stay in the garden while we're around. The other day I thought we had a mouse at the bottom of the garden, so from the safety of the conservatory I watched the scurrying around until the mouse flew up into a rosebush and started to trill its song. It was a lovely little wren. I've seen and heard it several times since. I feel so very blessed to have all these wonderful visitors to my garden each day, and even more blessed to have a garden to welcome them into. I believe I have an obligation to keep these birds safe from the ever-prowling Blake, the cat who lives next door, doing my bit to preserve this part of God's marvellous creation. When I was a little girl, my dad taught me a poem by Elizabeth Chesney. Said the robin to the sparrow, "I would really like to know why these anxious human beings rush about and worry so." Said the sparrow to the robin, "Friend, I think that it must be that they have no heavenly Father such as cares for you and me." Last spring, when the pandemic took hold and we had to stay at home, my garden and the birds became an important part of my spiritual life. I suppose it became healing for my soul. I was able to offload stuff that had been cluttering up my mind and heart, emotions that had been stored away. Whilst I can't be grateful for the pandemic and the pain it's brought to so many people, I am thankful for the permission it gave me to slow down and simply be. And as a bonus, the time to listen to God and support through prayer those whose lives have been made more hectic and painful by this dreadful virus. I recall words Jesus spoke to those who took time to learn from him. I tell you not to worry about everyday life, whether you have enough food or drink or enough clothes to wear. Isn't life more than food and your body more than clothing? Look at the birds. They don't plant or harvest or store food in barns, for your Heavenly Father feeds them. And aren't you far more valuable to Him than they are? Can all your worries add a single moment to your life? And why worry about clothing? Look at the lilies of the field and how they grow. They don't work or make their clothing, yet Solomon in all his glory was not dressed as beautiful as they are. And if God cares so wonderfully for wildflowers that are here today and thrown into the fire tomorrow, He will certainly care for you. As our world begins to return to a busier pace, please give yourself permission to listen to the birds and note the provision God has made for your peace of heart and mind, and thank Him. Every day, recognize how very precious you are to Him, and take a few moments to receive His abundant love for you.